that Gravity Blankets would like to give to you for $10,000. Well, it goes without saying, we love our Gravity Blankets. You know, we've been partnering with Gravity Blankets for several years now. And we discovered that, you know, with Gravity Blankets, you could just get under there and kind of just curl up and feel hugged. And
oh, yeah.
Puts you to sleep.
And I know Mike and Mark are here from Gravity Blankets. And so, Mark, I mean, the whole point behind the Gravity Blanket, well, I guess originally was to reduce anxiety. And,
Yeah, exactly. The whole point is to have something that comforts you, that calms you down. Really think of it as a giant swaddle for adults.
Yes.
So a hug feel like you're being held.
Right. I know. I wish I should just wear mine as a cape all year round. And now you have the cooling blankets as well, which I love because I just get so sweaty and hot under that thing. And I actually my anxiety level goes up because I get hot. and now with Gravity Blankets, cooling blankets, you know what I'm saying?
I do. I love my Gravity Blanket. It's a nice workout too when I drop it on the ground.
Exactly.
So what's also great about Gravity Blankets is understanding that mental health is just such an important topic we need to be on and not sweeping under the rug. So Dr. Jeffrey Bornstein from the Brain and Behavior Research Foundation is here.
Yes.
Which sounds like a very important foundation you have going on there. Talk about how important it is. What do you guys do?
Well, we're the largest private funder of mental health research grants, and it's a collaboration between donors who provide the funding and scientists. We have a scientific council made up of 180 of the top brain scientists in the world, and they decide what new, innovative ideas should be funded.
So, I mean, these are the guys who are so smart that we probably couldn't have a conversation with them.
Thank God for them.
Yeah.
But I want to.
Yeah.
But, you know, and this is why, and it's the hard work of all the people that your foundation is funding that's making it possible for us to have an open, free discussion about mental health. And last month was Mental Health Awareness Month. And we breezed through it. We had a good time talking about mental health.
We know that mental illness, depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, chemical dependency, isn't due to moral weakness. It's due to the brain. It's the organ of the brain. And having people know that reduces the stigma and prejudice about mental health.
So when you first heard about Gravity Blankets, you're like, oh, it's a blanket. What could that possibly do? But you actually learned about what it can do. I mean, from your point of view, from the foundation's point of view, how important is something like a Gravity Blanket?
It really is very important because sleep is crucial for people who are healthy and for people who may have depression, anxiety, etc. So if the blanket helps you sleep, that's crucial. The other thing is anxiety has often been swept under the rug, not as being so important.
Right.
And we know it's an extremely important condition, and anything that helps with it, especially treatment that may avoid medication, is extremely healthy.
By the way, just listening to your voice is calming me down.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you for not screeching. Otherwise, we'd be like, what? But and I didn't know this originally when we first met Mike and Mark from Gravity Blankets. I'm like, really? And then Danielle started sleeping with hers. Gandhi was sleeping with her Gravity Blanket. And I'm like, it makes sense. So the first night I slept with my Gravity Blanket, I feel like I'm telling a dirty story about a date. And I immediately, when I got under, I actually watched TV for a while and just relaxed. I totally got it. So congratulations, you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's really something until you actually put it on you, you don't get it. You have to really try it out.
Now I know when it's not on me. Like now I'm like, okay, where is it? Why is it not on me? You know, when you're trying to sleep, because it's just that it's like a cocoon. It really is.
So what we did, it was Mike and Mark's idea. Mark and Mike. Who wants to go first?
Do you have candy?
They said, we're doing the Gravity Blanket phone taps, I do believe. And during the month, we also talked about how a portion of the proceeds from the sales would go to the Brain and Behavior Research Foundation. So, Dr. Bornstein, we have one of these ridiculously large checks that Gravity Blankets would like to give to you for $10,000.
Hey!
Thank you. This will truly have an impact on research and developing even better treatments for depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder. So thank you very, very much.
You're very welcome.
Yay!
Now, just how do you put that in an ATM? It's so big.
There's one bank that has a large enough slot to put this check into.
What a frightening bank. Well, anyway, thank you. And anyone listening right now, you have to understand something. Mental health is something you should freely talk about. Just as if you would sprain an ankle or, give me a whatever.
Break an
Tear an
arm.
ACL.
Yeah, you know, those are things you can physically see. You're like, okay, I know exactly what to do. When it comes to mental health, sometimes it can be tricky, but it's less tricky if you can talk to people who know what to say back to you and help you figure it out. You know, and it's nothing you should you should be ashamed of.
We always tell people, do not suffer in silence. With help is hope.
That's what we've actually become a successful show because we suffer out loud on the show.
And that's the idea.
We yell about it.
Every issue we have, we just scream.
Yeah.
We scream from the top of the mountain.
That is true.
It seems to work.
That's healthy.
I think it is. Sometimes people argue against it, but I think it's a great thing. So our thanks to Gravity Blankets, of course, at gravityblanket.com. Just go check it out. I mean, they've got so many great things you can be buying for you and your friends and your family. And, of course, to Dr. Bornstein from the Brain and Behavior Research Foundation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Elvis.
Thank
There
you.
you
Thank
go.
you very
We'll be
much.
back after this.